Hello there, my name's Nigel Colmer and welcome to this video series. The purpose of this video series is to give you hope. To give you hope that you can start to make changes. I have made the changes, so can you. I was bullied. I was in fear for my life most of my life. When I was at primary school and especially in my early teens, I was bullied every single day. I was bullied at school, before school, after school, coming home in the bus, even at home, with friends. Wasn't always like that, but there was just that rivalry. There was always that growing up. People say it's just a rite of passage. Bullying, banter might be a rite of passage for a while, but there comes a point when it really does start to affect you. I dreaded going to school. I hated school so much, especially high school. I was on high alert all the time. I was on guard so much. I was waiting for the wrong thing to happen. I was waiting for me to walk around a corner and get pounced on. I was waiting for me to get ridiculed, embarrassed, feel ashamed, all of those things, because I didn't believe that I had the tools inside me to deal with them. If I have felt like that, maybe you are feeling like that, or you know somebody who feels like that. It's no way to live. It's just not sustainable. I'm here to tell you, and I can guarantee you, if you follow the techniques that I share with you, and if you want deeper work on a one-to-one level and sessions, I guarantee you will start to make positive changes in your life. The bullies can see that you're afraid. You can feel that you're afraid. And that combination, when you bring those two together, means that your mind, your resources as to how you might handle this situation go offline. They're not available because you're in your survival brain. Understand this, there are two parts to your brain that are keeping this problem alive. The prefrontal cortex, this part, your thinking brain, is offline. It's not available to you. Your survival brain, the bit that says, let's do something, let's sit and do nothing, let's run away, let's try and people please, whatever that might be, that survival brain cannot reason, it cannot think, it cannot process. It just does one thing. It goes into your imaginary app or filing cabinet and says, what should we do? Sit and take it, it'll be over. Do nothing. Try to people please. Basically just be submissive. It'll be over soon. Okay? What it also does, that part of the brain, the survival brain, okay, so you've got your thinking brain, but when you're under stress, it's out the window, it's offline. It's just offline. You've got your remote control and you've pressed pause. And what is playing is the survival brain. That part of your brain doesn't know anything other than what should we do, what's in our app, what's on our folder, our piece of paper in our brain. So we've got this, I'll explain this in other videos, we've got a filing cabinet, an app. Inside the filing cabinet or app, we have a list of instructions as to what we should do in a stressful situation. Your response is, well, you don't need me to tell you this. If you're watching this video, you're watching it for a reason. You're either getting bullied, you've been bullied, or you know somebody who's being bullied and you want to get answers. Well, the first answer to it is change what is stored inside your filing cabinet, inside your folder on that page. That response. Change what is inside your app. What created that list of how to respond when under stress is this. The experiences that you've had, most likely as a child, and if you are a child, the experiences you're having now. You're forming beliefs. This is the way I should act. Some people stand their ground and fight. Most people don't when they're bullied. Their automatic response is determined by what is stored in their brain, their go-to default process. I'm here to change that for you. I'm here to show you how you can change how you respond. So that you do things differently, you act differently, you think differently. It can be done. You can achieve this. The bullies will fall away. They will get bored. You will stand your ground. You'll either confront them or you'll turn the other cheek confidently and walk away and say you're not worth it. Either way, you change your response. Because look at the way you've been responding. Where's that got you? We need to change that. And I will show you how to change that. How to turn that around. I used to be petrified on the bus when the bullies got on. I used to hate going into school because the bullies were there. The older ones, you know. I've stood outside the library one time and I was waiting to get picked up by my dad, and a guy came along and just spat in my face. From my school, just an older guy, just spat in my face, and his mate just laughed. Another guy used to get on the bus, even smaller than me, with his cronies, and then used to terrorise me for the half-hour bus journey home. I used to dread going to art class because I would have to file past these bullies who would humiliate me and embarrass me. So I can list all of these stuff. I used to dread going to school on a Sunday. Great Friday, Saturday, Sunday started to get a bit on edge. That night, couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, trembling, lay awake at night, dreading what was going to happen. Been dropped off at school or gone in the bus, gone through those school gates. Here we go, you know, I could feel it in my stomach, feel it in my chest. The chest was tightening, the stomach was just turning and tossing. Felt the tension in my jaw and my neck, headaches. Always on high alert, always frowning. People would say, Nigel, what's that frown on your face for? Because I was under a threat. Felt that I was under attack. I was on high alert. My logical thinking, sensible brain was offline. My survival brain was always it's like a smoke alarm. It's like a radar. It's always on the lookout for where the danger is. You can't function like that long term. You cannot stay like that long term. What I can show you how to do is how to lower the intensity, the stress levels, the chaotic, manic thinking, bringing it right down, turning the dial down on the stress, turning the dial down on what you're picturing, what you're hearing, what you're physically feeling, emotionally feeling, what you make it mean. Lower the mind, lower that stress level. Then, how would you like to respond and ramp up that positive, turn it back up again? The positive confidence, see yourself as knowing that you can handle this. What you say to yourself, what your self-talk is. What you feel physically, emotionally. Feel strong, feel empowered, feel that you count, you're worth it. Love yourself, like yourself, respect yourself. What you make it mean. I count, I'm important. You know, I can make mistakes, who can't? But I'm here to have good experiences. I'm worth it. I deserve the best. Ramp that up. Turn that back up. Get this part of your brain on that's thinking and in the moment. And then the survival brain, it's always ticking over in the background, but it's not running the show. That's the problem when you've been bullied or you're afraid of being bullied. This survival part of the brain is running the show. It's not designed to always be on alert. Only in dangerous situations. But most of the time, we're not in dangerous situations. We're maybe sitting in class trying to listen to what we're being taught, but with no chance because we're looking for the danger. So this part of the brain switches off. This part of the brain, the survival brain, is thinking, right, gotta watch out for danger. We swap it round, we turn that off, or if not turn it off, turn it down a bit, okay? And then bring this thinking, sensible, logical, safe way of being back online. And we can get you to a stage where when you are threatened by a bully, you'll respond differently. You'll stand your ground or you'll turn your other cheek and walk away confidently. Either way, you're not doing it from a place of weakness, you're doing it from a place of strength. That's what we can do. I guarantee we can change how you respond because it's learned. And if you don't believe me, think about this. You learned to play a musical instrument. You've probably learned to ride a bicycle. You've learned to hopefully speak, talk. Okay? You've done all of this. At the start it was clunky, but you learned to do it. So if you can learn to do those things, you've learned to be afraid through what you've seen, what you've heard, what you've felt. We can change that. We can get you to a stage where you can unlearn that, clear that out, and replace it with how you would like to respond.